Hey everyone, Jerry Bellini here. Welcome to the Little House. We are in Pennsylvania this week. I came home on Sunday for my doctor's appointment, which I'll tell you about in another video. But this one is about my birthday. So, okay, don't hang up yet. And this is your fault. Okay, I did a video a couple weeks ago about just being disappointed, and disappointment is inevitable, discouragement is a choice, because I got some bad news about my hips, and I'll tell you about that in another video. But I'm also going to be 70 this month. If you're new here and you don't know anything about what I'm saying, please go back and watch that video. I'll put the link below. Anyway, yeah, I was really bumming about being 70, but I'm telling you, with the support and encouragement from this community, my whole attitude has turned around dramatically. And yeah, Brian might not be too happy with that because I decided to embrace my birthday. So many of you said, embrace it, do this, do that, do the other thing. So I decided to celebrate it for the entire month. And I know maybe that sounds a little silly, but it's the way I had to go to pull myself out of the doldrums about being 70. So I am feeling so much better about it, but I'm also like really excited now because Brian is willing to play along, and I told him he had to get me 31 different gifts because we're going to celebrate for the whole month of August. My birthday is actually on the 18th, and he's on board. He's just a good guy. So I'm laying in bed this morning and I'm thinking, how can I get my community in on this? And I came up with this idea. If you're willing and able, I want to make something. I want to make something with your things, with your cloth. So I'm calling it Happy Yellow Birthday Dots. If you're wondering why I'm asking you to send dots, if you're new here and you're not familiar with my dot movement that I did last year, it kind of went crazy. And people all over the world actually were making dots and sending me pictures of them. It was amazing. That's why I picked the dot, because it's very meaningful. The dots are meaningful. The cloth is meaningful. The color is meaningful. You're meaningful. It's just across the board a great idea, don't you think? If you would be willing to send me a minimum of a piece of yellow cloth that's 5-inch square, it has to be a yellow that you can write on with a permanent marker, that you'd be able to see the writing. So this would work. And here's I have a pile of yellows. They span from golden yellows to, yellow. But like something like this one would not be any good because you wouldn't see the writing on it. But, anything else would be, and that wouldn't be any good either. That would not probably be good either. You see what I'm saying? It has to be something that you can see the writing. So I'm asking if you would send me a minimum of 5 inches. If you want to send more, that'd be great. But I'm thinking if you took a 2.5 to 3 inch, I'm okay with different size dots. I think that's fine. I don't want to go any smaller than 2.5 inches because I think it'd be hard to see your name. And I don't want to go any bigger than 3 inches. So it could be 2 3/4 inches. I don't care. But if you don't have one of those templates, I found this cap in my kitchen. And would you know it? It's exactly 3 inches. Right? So I traced around a piece of paper, and then I found something else that was 2.5 inches. So that's why I said it can be a little vague. I just don't want it smaller than 2.5. I don't want it bigger than 3. Trace it with a very fine pencil, if you would. Not a marker, not a permanent marker, but a very fine marking pencil or a graphite pencil. Just trace it around so you can see where the circle is. And then I would love it if you wrote your name, and you can, depending on how big your name and everything is, you might be able to write it right across, but you might have to write that like this one, like I did Jerry Bellini, and then where you live, your town, and your state. If you would put that inside that 3-inch circle, But send me the whole square. Don't just send me the circle. Send me a whole square of cloth so that I can fold this under if I want to. See, I'm not really sure what I want, how I want to manage the dots. I'll just see what winds up coming in. So a minimum of 5 inches, I think, would be a good size. And like I said, if you want to send me a little more, that's great, because I'm going to do something with the little bits of scraps too. Your name, your town, and your state. Now, I would like very much to also keep the envelope that you send me the cloth in. So if you want to write me a little note, I would love that, because I'm going to put the envelope, and if you write me a note, I'll be over the moon. I'm going to put it in a journal, okay? And I'll keep the journal with the envelopes and the notes separate. And then with this, I want to make something with this. So it depends on how many I get. You know, I could get 2. If I get 2, I'll make a journal cover. If I get 20, I'll make a pillow. You know what I'm saying? If I get 100, I'll make a wall hanging. If I get 200, I'll make something to cuddle under. So I'm just very open about that and not sure what I'll do. But I want to collect these for the entire month of August. And so like the deadline for the dots would be August 31st. So between now and August 31st, I'll just keep collecting them. And then after August 31st, I'll start working on a project and I'll make videos with them. So I am so excited about this. You have no idea. I love my community so much, and to have something like this would be such a treasure for me. And the fact that it's yellow, you know, me and my Happy Yellow Monday and all this stuff, and your names would be here, and maybe I'll have a little note from you that I can keep. I'd be so grateful. So here's my post office box. It's Jerry Bellini, Post Office Box 48, Bartow, B-A-R-T-O, Pennsylvania, 19504. You can also find my address with my email and any other information. You know, my social media and stuff is always in the description box. My email address is way at the bottom, and so is this address. So just remember that if you don't want to come back and look at this video again. All my information is down below. Okay, please use some sort of a permanent pen with a fine point. Not like just a regular Sharpie with one of those big fat points, because it will just be too blurby and you won't be able to see the words. So something with a sharp point. So Sharpie makes them, Staedtler makes them, Micron makes them, and that would be awesome. All right, guys. I hope you'll play along, and I hope I get a few dots. And I hope you have a great day, and just remember to keep moving, just play, no rules, and remember to find something to be grateful for. And you know I am grateful for you beyond words. And that's it for now, and I will talk to you again in a few days. I'll tell you all about that doctor appointment. Bye for now.